Bala, I'm waiting for you. I have sent you the link for this live. Please use that link to join the chat. Bala, Bala, please use that link to join this chat. Wherever you are, however you are. Okay, just checking out on the Tongtian River. Tongtian River, or Jiku, is a 1,012 kilometer long river in Qinghai province in western China. It begins at the confluence of the Ulan Moron and Dangku rivers before flowing southeast and meeting the Jimsha River near the border of Qinghai and Sichuan. Yangtze. How can this be related, guys? This guy is talking about novel rivers. Ganges, Kali, Gandak, Kosi, and Tista. Okay, Turkish and Aravali. Hi, whoever is there online. Kwata, Kalat, China, Quetta or Quata. Kala, Kalat, Safara, Kalat, Konak, Kub Jadran, Safedko, and the head of Kurram Valley. Abhistada, Lake Abhistada, Abhistada. Let's see where is this lake Abhistada. Lake Abhistada. No. Okay, that's such a lake. Bala, if you are there watching, hi, whoever is watching this live, please wave a hi in the live chat. I will send you a link if you can come on my WhatsApp, or you can send me a mail to matriarchymohan@gmail.com. If you send a mail to matriarchymohan@gmail.com, I'll send you a link, and using that link, you can come online. Whoever is watching this live, if you want to come online, please send a link. Please send a hi to my email ID matriarchymohan@gmail.com. matriarchymohan@gmail.com. A lot of people are there watching live. I wish some of them, or at least one of them, joins the live conversation. It will be nice. Hi, whoever is watching live, just wave a hi in the live chat. Whoever is watching, please wave a hi in the live chat. जो कोई लाइव देख रहा है, लाइव चैट में हाई वेव कीजिए. जो कोई लाइव देख रहा है, लाइव chat में हाई वेव कीजिए. லைவ் பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பவர்கள் தயவு செய்து ஹாய் வேவ் செய்யவும். இந்த லைவ் chat பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பவர்கள் தயவு செய்து ஹாய் வேவ் செய்யவும். Okay, nobody is interested in waving. I'm going to read whatever I read. Abhi Istada, standing water, is an endorheic salt lake in the Nawa district of Ghazni province in Afghanistan. It lies in a large depression. It lies in a large depression created by the Chaman fault system, the southern foothills of the Hindu Kush, 125 kilometers west of Ghazni. The lake looks really cute. Abe Istada in November 1996. The Kabul Kandahar highway is visible in the top left corner. Nawa district, Ghazni province, Afghanistan. Type Salt Lake. Primary inflows Ghazni River, Sarde River, Nahara River. Catchment area 17,252 square kilometers. Goodness, that's like 250 miles. Good. Afghanistan maximum depth 3.7 meter surface elevation. Loya Gundai. Description. In modern times, the lake has been reported to have a surface area of 130 square kilometers, although it dries out periodically. It is very shallow, not exceeding 3.7 meter in depth. There are two small islands near the lake's southeastern shore, Loya Gundai and Kuchne Gundai. The water is highly alkaline and mass die-offs of freshwater fish from the Ghazni River sometimes occur. Oh, the main inflows into Abi Istada are the Ghazni, Sarde, and Nahara rivers, which drain into it from the northeast. The watershed draining into the lake covers 17,252 square kilometers and was home to over 1.8 million people in 2003. Three sets of raised beaches surrounding the lake have been noted at 2 to 3 meters, 6 to 7 meters, and 9 to 10 meters above the normal lake level. At high water levels, the lake is known to overflow into the Lora River, a tributary of the Argistan River, through two channels on the south side of the lake, Akasi Mande and Sekwa Mande. A groundwater connection between the lake and the Lora drainage has been suggested. Settlement. Historically, the area around the lake was unpopulated, although nomads from nearby regions visited it in the summer. More recently, the Tarakai have settled near the lake. In 2003, there were 8 villages within 10 kilometers, with a total population of approximately 5,000. Economic activities around the lake include trapping of saker and peregrine falcons, grazing, and collection of fuel wood. Environment. The wetlands around Abi Istada attract a variety of migratory birds, over 120 species having previously been recorded. Baber observed enormous flocks of greater flamingos at the lake. Their numbers in recent years have varied between 0 and 9,000. The wetlands were once a critical stopover for the central migratory population of Siberian cranes, but these have not been sighted at the lake since 1986. In 1974, the Afghani government proclaimed a waterfowl and flamingo sanctuary around the lake, causing considerable resentment among the locals. Conservation efforts ended with the Soviet invasion in 1979 and have not been restarted since. Important bird area. A 27,000 hectares area encompassing the lake and its immediate surrounds has been designated an important bird area by BirdLife International because it supports populations of grey-lag geese, common pochards, greater flamingos, Siberian cranes, grey herons, great white pelicans, black-winged stilts, Kentish plovers, slender-billed gulls, and gull-billed terns. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Because no one is interested in talking to me, I'm going to do Lake Abi Istada. Where did I see that? Kagar. Ranavka, Chinab, Kubjadra, Kurram Valley, Abistada, Abistada. The direction. Okay. Hi, whoever is watching live, please wave a hi in the live chat. லைவ் chat பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பவர்கள் தயவு செய்து हाई वेव செய்யவும். जो कोई लाइव चैट देख रहा है कृपया हाई वेव कीजिए, हाई बोलिए. Okay, I'm going to read whatever I'm reading. Follows the crest of the Safedko westwards to the hills north of Ghazni, Abisthana, Shayok, okay, Gangril at Kailas, okay, Mr. Sanders, Kirtar Hills, okay, Thub Hills, Mula Pass, Thal Valley, Mula and Bolan passes, Luni, Gomal, Kurram, Kabul. Okay, I know these rivers. Kabul River, I know Ghazni, Barogil Pass. What is Barogil Pass? North of Chitral, Naushera to the pass leading to Bamyan. Okay, Jhelum, drain the Taile, Taile Valley, Tileva. Taile Valley in Kashmir. Tulail Valley. Tulail Valley தான் சொல்றாங்க. Wikipedia article is loading, guys. It's taking some time. The Tulail Valley of Gurez in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir in India. The valley lies 120 kilometers northeast of Bandipora and 200 kilometers from Srinagar, the summer capital of Jammu and Kashmir. Tulail Valley lies immediately east of the Gurez Valley. The inhabitants of Tulail Valley are known as Dards. Tulail, wooden houses in Tulail. Okay, Tulail Valley. Dras, borders on Dras to the east, Gurez to the west, Astor to the north, Sindh Valley to the south. Geography. The Tulail Valley is situated at an average altitude of 2,750 meters. Tulail, with its headquarters at Badgam town, is one of the tehsils of Bandipora district. It is bordered by the Gurez Valley in the west, Mushko Valley and Dras town in the east, Kashmir Valley in the south, and across line of control in the north is Astor district in Gilgit-Baltistan. Tulail Valley is formed by the east to west flowing Kishan Ganga River, which originates from the Krishansar Lake in the alpine meadows north of Sonamarg. Badgam is the central town of Tulail Valley. The other main villages of the valley include Barnai, Badob, Neru, and Sheikhpura. Going east from Gurez town towards Dras, the first and the last villages of Tulail Valley are Barnai and Shekwali. A river site from Gurez Tulail Valley. Access. Tulail Valley is one of the remotest valleys of Jammu and Kashmir. The valley got cellular connectivity and the internet in December 2020 for the first time. Tulail Valley is connected by a 200-kilometer paved motorable road which leads from Srinagar through Bandipur, Razdan Pass, and Guras town to Budgam. The road from Tulail Valley and Guras Valley remains cut off from the Bandipora town for 6 months every year due to heavy snowfall at Razdan Pass. The valley is also connected with Dras by a motorable road over Kabul Gully Pass and Mushko Valley. However, the road is only used by Indian Army. No local or private vehicle is allowed to ply on the road due to its close proximity to the militarized line of control. Tulail is also connected with main Kashmir Valley by hiking trails which lead to Naranag over Satsar Pass and to Sonamarg through Gatsar Lake. Okay, Tulail Valley is an interesting valley. I guess that is the valley this guy is referring. Chenab, Ravi, Bias, Sutlej, Leoporgul Peak. Leoporgul Peak. That's an interesting Leoporgul Peak. Leoporgul Peak. Leoporgul. It says Rio. This guy has got. Hi, whoever is watching live. I have no interest in people who Rio Porgil, sometimes known as Leo Pargyal and Leo Pargil, have no interest in cricket. Is a mountain peak at the southern end of the Zanskar range in the western Himalaya. It is located on the border between Himachal Pradesh, India, and Tibet, China. Rio Purgil, view of the peak. Highest point, elevation is 6,816 meters or 22,362 feet. Prominence 1,978 meters or 6,490 feet. Oh, the peak is not covered with snow. List of geography. Rio Purgil. No, it's not actually Jammu and Kashmir. It's not in Jammu and Kashmir. It's Ngari. Show map of Ngari. Ngari. Rio Purgil. First ascent was in 1971. At 6,816 meters, Rio Purgil is the highest mountain peak in the state of Himachal Pradesh and is located in Kinnaur district. Geologically, the peak is a dome structure and is part of a great massif that rises above the Sutlej River and overlooks the western valleys of Tibet. The Spiti River, a right bank tributary of the Sutlej, drains the northern face of the massif. The highest peak is often obscured by clouds and is located about 2 kilometers to the south of Peak 6791, a well known slightly shorter twin with a height of 6,791 meters. Peak 6791 is widely referred to as Leo Pargyal and has sufficient topographic prominence to be classified as a mountain in its own right. Nako village is located on the slopes of the mountain close to the India-Tibet border. Climbing history. First official ascent was in 1971 by ITBP Indo-Tibetan Border Police. Second ascent was in 1991 by E. Theophilus and his team. 2018 ascent by Rajshekhar Maiti and a Bengali team. 2022 ascent by 12 members of ITBP led by Deputy Commandant Kuldeep Singh and the Deputy leader was Deputy Commandant Dharmendra. Reportedly the only successful mountaineering expedition in North India during the COVID-19 pandemic. ஐயோ இதுலலாம் ஒரு பெருமையா COVID-19 பேண்டமிக்ல போனாங்கன்றது. Okay, Leo Porgyal thence into Rupshu to the north of the So Moriri Lake. Moriri Lake. That's interesting. So Moriri Lake. So Moriri Lake. So Moriri Lake in Asia. So Moriri is a lake in Asia. Google has very beautiful images. Okay, okay. The second image is also quite beautiful. The third image is very beautiful. The fourth one is quite plain. Fifth one is also very beautiful blue color. Sixth one, okay, very beautiful lake. Oh, fully covered with ice. So all beautiful images of Lake So Moriri. So Moriri or Lake Moriri, 4,522 meter or 14,836 feet. In Wiley, it's called La Moblamcho or Mountain Lake is a pristine high altitude lake and a Ramsar wetland site in the remote Changtang Plateau, literally northern plains in Leh district of the Union Territory of Ladakh in India. As the largest high altitude lake entirely within India and Ladakh's Trans-Himalayan region, it spans 26 km north-south and 3 to 5 kilometers wide. The lake is fed by three primary glacial streams, Kazok Fu from the west, Gyama Fu from the north, and Firse Fu from the southwest, which form extensive marshes at their deltas. Though now an endorheic lake due to its blocked southern outlet, So Moriri maintains slightly brackish yet palatable waters. Its oligotrophic, that is nutrient poor, alkaline ecosystem supports unique biodiversity. The area gained protection as the Tso Moriri Wetland Conservation Reserve, though accessibility remains limited mostly to summer months. Year-round settlements exist only at Karzok village, northwest shore, and military outposts along the eastern banks enduring the extreme high altitude climate. View of the Tso Moriri Lake in Leh District, Ladakh. Primary inflows, snowmelt in summer, catchment area 2,298 square kilometers. Basin countries, India, Ramsar wetland, official name Tso Moriri, designated on 19th August 2002. Maximum length 26 km, maximum width 5 kilometers. Surface area 13,500 hectares or 33,000 acres. Maximum depth is 105 kilometers. Surface elevation 4,522 meters. Settlements Korzok. So Moriri frozen. A very beautiful image. Okay, okay, okay. The nearest airport is 219 kilometers northwest at Leh city, capital of Ladakh. The nearest rail access will be at Meru station on the under construction Bhanupali Leh line. Road access to Tso Moriri is available from multiple directions. From the north via Sumdo along the Miru Pugo Sumdo Mahe road connecting to Sumdo Kazok road. From the south through the under construction Kyoto from Spiti Valley and from the northeast or east via the Hanle Riul Tagazung Chumur Road network. Geography. The Changtang Plateau in the eastern Ladakh is an extension of the western Tibetan Plateau that lies above 4,500 meter or 14,800 feet above mean sea level and supports diverse but low populations of several globally threatened mammals. The lake's drainage area could also be categorized as a basin since it is a closed drainage basin that retains water and allows no outflow to other bodies of water such as rivers or oceans. The Tso Moriri Lake is 20 to 50 kilometers southeast of the elevated valley of the core Rupshu Valley and falls within the greater Rupshu Plateau and Valley area. The lake, with water spread area of 120 square kilometers, 26-kilometer north-south and 3 to 5-kilometer wide, is enclosed by several peaks exceeding 6,000 meters on both the east and west sides, including Mento Kangri and Lungser Kangri. Geologically, the Tso Moriri Lake is an Ordovician rock. It is bordered by the Salt Valley, Kyagotso, and Puga Valley to the north, while the Tagazung Plains or pasture lands and Chumur region lie to its southeast. Several small mountain streams feed the lake, including one through pasture land at Feldo Lake. The lake is fed by springs and snowmelt and has a maximum depth of 40 meters. The primary western inflow comes from Lingdi River, the lake's major tributary, which drains the western catchment before entering So Moriri's southern shore. The lake's southern edge opens into a broad, flat valley that connects with but hydrologically remains separate from the Parechu River, part of Sutlej River basin. To the south of Tso Moriri lies the Nuro Sumdo wetlands with 20 square kilometers of catchment, a boggy area outside the lake's drainage basin that primarily drains into the Parechu River system. Tso Moriri is characterized among the Himalayan lakes based on origin. According to established classification systems, these lakes are divided into four groups, with So Moriri belonging to the third category of remnant lakes, water bodies that remain from much larger prehistoric lakes. The classification, as reported, states number one, glacial lakes, which are formed in and around glaciers. Number two, structural lakes formed by folds or faults due to movements in Earth's crust. Example, Nainital Lake in Uttarakhand. And number three, remnant lakes, which were originally structural but represent the remnants of vast lakes. Example, So Moriri, So Kar, Pangong So in Ladakh, and Dal Lake in Kashmir. And number four, natural dammed lakes, that is, temporary water bodies formed along the river courses due to deposition of rock or debris. Example, Gogna Tal in Garhwal, Uttarakhand. Okay, aridity, aridity and cold desert conditions prevail in the lake region with summer temperature varying from 0 to 30 degrees Celsius and winter temperature recording minus 10 to minus 40 degrees Celsius. People, Buddhist shrine on the banks of Somoriri, Leh district, Ladakh 2010. At Somoriri, there is only one camping site. Sign at Somoriri, which reads, at Somoriri, there is only one camping site near village Kozak. Please camp at that particular site only. Camping in any other area near Lake Somoriri is illegal. J&K Tourism. Okay. Changpa, the nomadic migratory shepherds or pastoral community of yak, sheep, goat, and horses of Tibetan origin, and who are engaged in trade and work on caravans in Ladakh region, are the main inhabitants of the area. Changpa or Champa herders use the land of this valley as grazing ground and for cultivation. Tourism. Kazakh has homestays, Buddhist monastery, and lake tourism. The Korzak Monastery on the western bank of the lake is 400 years old and attracts tourists and Buddhist pilgrims. Tourism during May September attracts large number of foreign and local tourists, even though tented accommodation is the facility available apart from a small PWD guest house close to the lake. Northeast of Tso Moriri is a small lake, Kyagartso, in the Salt Valley, which is known locally as Lake of Joy. Transport. Airports. Kushok Bakula Rinpoche Airport, the nearest airport with scheduled domestic flights, is at Leh, 240 kilometers northeast by road. Neoma Military Air Base is only 60 to 70 kilometers away to the northeast, but as of 2025, it is not open for the civilian flights, though there are plans for the joint use civilian enclave under the Udan scheme. Rangrik Airport, the proposed airport 100 to 120 kilometers to the south from Karzok. Railway. Miru will be the nearest railway station at the under construction Bhanupli Leh line. Roads. From north via Sumdo from Miru Puga Sumdo Mahe Road or MPSM Road and then traveling south to Sumdo Karzok Road. From south via Kyato near Kaza in Spiti Valley in Himachal Pradesh from the 125-kilometer long Kyato Karzok Road through the Taklingla Tunnel, which is 5,575 meters above sea level, being constructed by the BRO or Border Road Organization as fourth alternative route to Ladakh. From northeast Hanle and east Chumur near Ryulso on Hanle Ryul Chumur Road, taking the Ryul Chumur Road towards south, and then taking the western near Tegazung Plains pasture land on southeast bank of Tso Muriri Lake between the lake and Chumur on the Chumur Tegazung Karzok Road to go northwest to Karzok via Charchagan La, southeast bank of Tso Muriri. So Moriri Pangong, so 235-kilometer long tourist route via Nyoma, Chushul and Smangmek in the remote Changtang region, considered to be one of the most beautiful drives in the entire Ladakh region, is in a good condition for the most part. There are no petrol pumps on this long route, hence carrying enough fuel is necessary. Foreigners are not allowed to go beyond the Man Merak villages on Pangong So, as permits are not issued for them. Ecology. So Moriri Basin represents a landscape of low productive ecosystems which protects unique floral and faunal species. The working report as of 2006 of the Planning Commission of Government of India also reports, despite a poor vegetation cover, relatively low standing biomass, and high anthropogenic pressure, this area sustains a considerably high livestock population. Steady increase in the livestock population in the area is mainly attributed to influx of nomadic herders from Tibet during recent decades and promotion of Pashmina goat production by the Animal Husbandry Department for fine quality under wool. Pashmina wool. The herders and AHD officials in recent years have begun to raise concern over degradation of pastures, resultant shortage of forage, and mass mortality of livestock during severe winters. Flora. While deeper waters remain barren, so Moriri's shallows support Potamogeton species with marshes dominated by arid steppe vegetation, including characteristic Caragana astragalus Potamogeton species. The area features characteristic several species of Carex primula, low-growing herb, Pedicularis, a parasitic plant, Juncus thompsoni, and Leontopodium species. Phytoplankton like Oocystis to 25-meter diatom Cyclotella inhabit the waters, while surrounding pastures sustain domestic livestock. Fauna, Kiangs in the vicinity of So Muriri Lake. Hey, they look like horses as well as donkeys. I don't know what they are. An amphifaunal survey of the lake and its adjoining Nuro Sumdo wetland, conducted in July 1996, revealed the following facts. Large carnivores: the snow leopard Unsia unsia, Tibetan wolf Canis lupus chanco; mammals: the Tibetan gazelle Procapra, Picticardata, Goa antelope, which is threatened, and Eurasian lynx, Nayan ovis aman hodsani, Nayar, Himalayan Tibetan ass or kyang or Equus kyang, endemic to the Tibetan plateau, great Tibetan sheep, species of marmot, Marmota himalayana in large numbers seen on the hill slopes surrounding the lake and also along the roadsides, species of hare, Lepus oistolus, species of vole, Alticola rollier, three species of mouse hares, Ocotona cazonie or Tibetan sand fox, and Cincella vladacensis. Supports 34 bird species, including varieties, several of which are vulnerable or endangered. Notable among these are the endangered black-necked cranes, Grus nigricollis, the bar-headed geese, Anser indicus, which finds its only Indian breeding ground here, brown-headed gulls, Larus brunnicephalus, great-crested grebe, Podiceps cristatus, ferruginous pochard, black-necked grebe, Podiceps nigricollis. Conservation. Conservation in Somari Wetland Conservation, Jammu and Kashmir Board. Okay, you have the Department of Wildlife Protection, Jammu and Kashmir Government Leh. Protect wildlife. Survival of man is dependent upon the survival of animals and plants. You are within wildlife protected area, Somoriri Wetland Conservation. Area 12,000 hectares. Altitude 4,511 meters. Do's and don'ts. Obtain permit before entering the wildlife protected area. Please pay the token fee for entry to the wildlife protected area. Don't take anything from the wildlife protected area. Don't pollute the wildlife protected area. Adhere to the wildlife protection rules and regulations. Make use of specific routes and avoid off the trek drive. Photography within the protected area without permission is prohibited. Disturbing the wild animals, birds, and fishes within wildlife protected area is violation of Wildlife Protection Act. Department of Wildlife Protection, Jammu and Kashmir Government, Leh. So Mariri Wetland Conservation Reserve, a Ramsar site, is legally protected with hunting prohibitions enforced by Wildlife Checkpoint at Mahe Bridge. Conservation efforts combine scientific research, community engagement, and institutional support. World Wildlife Fund India leads conservation through its Korzak field office, conducting ecological surveys and awareness programs while developing sustainable tourism models and environmental management systems. Wildlife Institute of India maintains a lay research station supporting scientific studies. Local communities have implemented habitat protection measures, including traditional fencing and cleanup operations. So, Moriri Conservation Trust and 20 school nature clubs promote environmental education. Indian Army has established a nature interpretation center in Leh. Key achievements include the community's 2000 declaration of So Moriri as a sacred gift for a living planet and restrictions on vehicular access through stakeholder consultation. Issues and threats. Threats to Tso Moriri's ecosystem include increasing tourist numbers disrupting avifauna breeding, road construction along the shoreline, and degradation impacting and ungulates. Additional pressures come from expanding sheep grazing in wetlands, inadequate garbage disposal, and unleashed dogs preying on cranes and their eggs. Unregulated jeep safaris harass wildlife like kyang and encroach on breeding grounds, compounded by insufficient government monitoring and enforcement. Okay, that's a very long article about Somoriri Lake, which is a Ramsar wetland site. Wikipedia article. mine. I'm going to have a banana. Okay, I'm going to have a banana. My mom has given me my evening snack. Okay, guys, whoever is watching, I have done a very grievous sin. What? Okay, let me go and have some water. అదే డిష్ కాబట్టి డిష్ పెట్టి పడిందంటే ఇది వచ్చి డ్యామేజ్ అయ్యింది అట్లా కాదు వైర్ వల్ల వస్తా ఉంటుంది భూమి వల్ల వస్తాయి వైర్లు ஹாய் பாலமுருகன் ஆஸ்க், நீங்கள் வெறும் தாசா இல்லை லபக்கு தாசா? லபக்கு தாஸ் தான் பாஸ். பாலா, நீங்க பாத்துட்டு இருக்கீங்கன்னா லைவ்ல வாங்க. லைவ்ல வர்றதுக்கு உங்களுக்கு லிங்க் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன். நீங்க அந்த லிங்கை பயன்படுத்தலன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். வாட்ஸ்அப்ல உங்களுக்கு லிங்க் அனுப்பிச்சிருக்கேன் பாருங்க. இந்த லிங்க் ஒர்க் ஆகலையா எப்படின்னு தெரியலையே. ஏன் நீங்க வர முடியல? லைவ்ல ஏன் வர முடியல? ஓகே, ஐ எம் கோயிங் டு read the map. So Himachal Pradesh, Kulu, Mandi, Koksar, Kailang, Zanskar, Leh, Kailang, Kailang, Kailang தெரியும் எனக்கு. Kailang. ஸோ அங்கிருந்து ஷிம்லா, குலூல இருந்து ஷிம்லா வர்றதுக்கு வழி இருக்குதா? சட்லஜ் NH3 இல்லை NH5, ஷிப்கீலாக்கு போகிறது NH5. சாங்லா, லெமன்ஸ்லா, கிமிஸ்லா, ஷிப்கீலா, நைனிஸ்லா, சாங்லா. ஓகே, ஸோ கைலாங், தரம்ஷாலா, காங்கா, தரம்ஷாலா, சித்துவரியில் தரம்ஷாலா, மண்டி வந்து மண்டியிலிருந்து அங்கிருந்து அப்படி மேலேயே வந்து ஃபங்க்ஷனுக்கு M03 வந்து sorry, Metadu, ஷிம்லா கீழே இறங்கி சண்டிகர், எங்க போனாலும் சண்டிகர் போயிக்கலாம். So Muriri Lake, Bangkok, so Muriri, Pangong, so Salt Lake, Pangong, so Ladakh, Kaja, Koksar, Kaja, Kalpa, Vectron, Hero, Kailan, so Muriri, so Muriri, so Muriri, so Muriri, Vecon. நீங்க வெறும் தாசா இல்லை லபக்கு தாசா? Okay, okay, okay. నిన్నేరు గంగమనది ఎలుగెత్తి చాటుతాంరా ఇంట్లో ఈగల్ని తోలుతాం. Hi, whoever is watching, please wave a hi. Hi, whoever is watching, please wave a hi. யார் பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கீங்களோ ஹாய் வேவ் செய்யுங்க அல்லது ஏதாவது கமெண்ட் அடிங்க லைவ் சாட்ல. பாலமுருகன் அடிச்சார் பாருங்க ஒரு கமெண்ட், நீங்கள் வெறும் தாசா இல்லை லபக்கு தாசா. அது மாதிரி ஏதாவது ஒரு கமெண்ட் அடிங்க. இது கேள்வியா இல்ல கமெண்டான்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. நான் வெறும் தாசா இல்ல லபக்கு தாசா. நான் வெறும் தாசா இருக்க விருப்பப்படல மயிலாட், நான் லபக்கு தாஸ். So whoever is online, okay, Taranchal, Almora, Bageshwar, Rudraprayag, Nainital, Ramnagar, Champavat, Kadgulam, Pithoragarh, Srinagar, Rudraprayag, Rudraprayag, Rishikesh, Rudraprayag, Koteshwar, Badrinath, Manapas, Gangotri is near the border Tibet and Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. So Gangotri, Kedarnath, Badrinath, Kali River, Kali River is the boundary Nepal, Tata, Philippines. Okay, okay, okay. Very okay, okay, okay. Delhi, Muzaffarnagar, Saharanpur, Muzaffarnagar, Yamuna, Ambala, Yamuna, sufficient fuel station, Navanshar, Ambala, Yamuna Nagar, Kurukshetra, Ashyala, Akyala, Krananga, Govind Sagar, Kanka, Shimla, Andhra, Pathankot, Pathankot, Okay, okay, just try to. Okay, guys, I guess people are bored with me. I don't know why they are not trying to come online. I'm going to close the live and